What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name's Craig. We're going to take a look at some crypto charts, starting out with Bitcoin. Of course, we're going to take a look at my trade that I showed you guys on Friday, show you where that's at. I am going to move my stops down a little bit. I'll show you where. Also, if you've been following along, I believe we could be going much lower for Bitcoin, but there is an area to watch for a huge bounce, and we're going to take a look at that on the charts. Remember, we're watching for Wyckoff distribution. We're not sure which schematic yet, if it is distribution, but we're going to take a look at that. Let's get into it. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up, leave your comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for daily updates. You can also hit that notification bell. That will get you notified when I post new videos. All right, let's get into it. So taking a look at this Bitcoin chart, right? So we have been looking at these trend lines to be broken. Right now, this trend line off these two peaks is around 100. Let's see, we got to move it down, obviously, around 99.2, 99.3, right? If that breaks, then we could be going up for one more leg up for a new all-time high, and we'll take a look at where that could be in the Wyckoff schematics. Now, looking at where we're at right now, if we take a measured move of this, if we break down through here, right? Say we break down now, that would get us down to about 83 to 84,000, somewhere in that range, maybe as low as 82 for a wick if this plays out like this. But this major support right here, this is because of the Wyckoff charts that I'm going to show you. Looking at 89,000, if that holds, then we definitely, as long as it's above 89,000, we can still look for one more new all-time high as a possibility, right? Also 107-ish, maybe a retest to there, and I'll show you again in the charts what I'm looking at there. But this is what I'm looking for right now. So I'm planning on most likely getting down to these levels, in my opinion. Remember, none of this is financial advice, guys. So, but anyway, let's take a look at that trade. So here's that trade I was talking to you guys about. It's currently now 14,700. I think Wednesday I showed you it was around 11,000. We bounced way back up here, but again, coming back down. My stop losses are at 98.7. So right now, I'm going to show you how I move those stop losses. So I'm thinking to bring these stop losses down to approximately, just keeping it above this 55 EMA. So I'm going to go down to 97.2. So that way, even if we get stopped out, do 97.2 here. Even if we get stopped out, our entry was 99, so this is going to be about a $7,000 gain, even if we get stopped out, right? So that's what a lot of people don't understand about trading, right? They think that when the price bounces up, you get liquidated, guys. It's really not that difficult, especially if you hit a good entry, just to trail it with stop losses, right? I've made a lot of money doing that. I've showed you guys that in the past, how to do that. And if we are in a bear market, I want to catch this downside. That's why I'm hitting these. We're up to 15,000 now. But anyways, we're hitting these tops, trying to get the top, but we're moving our stops. That way, if we get stopped out, we get stopped out in profit and we look for the new top. So if I get stopped out, I'll be looking for, like I said, the Wyckoff distribution targets, right? Now, if you guys are interested in trading, check out PrimeXBT. The link's down below. I'll also leave a tutorial up here on how to use it. You don't have to put the promo code SAVVY50 in anymore. All you have to do is click the link. It'll bring you to this page. You get up to a $7,000 bonus to use towards your margin, and 25% off your trading fees. The cool thing about Prime is you can trade all this stuff, right? You got gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, and you can use your crypto to trade against it. Anyways, for those of you that have been asking for a no VPN, no KYC exchange, BITUNIX, I've been testing them out. Seems to be a great exchange. Definitely check them out if you're looking for that. Links down below. This is more crypto, not traditional market exchange, and you can do high leverage if you want, which I don't recommend if you're not a seasoned trader. But if you deposit using my link, $100, I'll put an extra 100 in. All right, take a look at the macro real quick, right? You can see this huge bearish divergence we had right here, right? And you know what happened after that. The thing is, what I'm looking at, let me get this off of here, right? Get this out of the way. So this accumulation down here, right here, is that the same, or could that be the same as this accumulation right here? Right? And this is all just spread out more. Well, like I'm going to show you. And then you had this accumulation here, which I think is probably the same as this accumulation here. It's just spread out, right? Everything's taking a little bit more time. Now, if we do get one more push up, we had 3 highs here for our distribution pattern. Remember, I said there's possibility of another high, which I'm looking at to be around 112 to 117-ish if it happens. No guarantees and no reason it has to happen, right? It could all just flip over now. A lot of this is going to depend on what traditional markets do, and I'll be going over some more traditional market stuff here in a minute. Remember, we'll go over the altcoins here after this. I just want to point this stuff out to you. You can see the bearish divergence here also. Now, what we got to see is, are we just going to get one of these, which was over a 50% correction, right? In 1 week, we went from 59,000 all the way to 29,000. So let's say we had a candle like that here. Not saying we're going to, but if we did, 96, so let's say 47, right? Somewhere in that range we would get to. It is a possibility, not saying it's going to happen, guys, but that would bring you to the 200 EMA right here. And then if we came back down just to test the 55 EMA here, we're looking at about 74-ish, right? Something to keep an eye on. I know everybody's wanting this thing to go to 200,000, 250,000. I don't think that's going to happen. But then again, I've been wrong before. But I do still think we will have a massive opportunity to accumulate all markets, stock markets, traditional markets, crypto markets at a much lower bottom, much lower. Now, let's take a look at the Wyckoff distribution schematic number 1. That's right here. So that's saying if this is going to happen, either one, whether it's schematic number 1 or 2, we need to start pushing up quickly. So some catalyst or something should happen to get everything pushing up hard. But again, if we break these lows here, that 89 or 89, let's just say 89,000. We break this low here where it had the sign of weakness, then this is all changing up a little bit. Then we have to re-look at it, right? But otherwise, we need a big pump if this is going to happen. Here, I'll show you the schematic. We'll bring it up right here also, just so you can compare it. And that is right there. So you can see what I'm expecting if we're in distribution, right, for that high. But then again, there's this distribution schematic number 2, right, which is the same thing. If it's going to go, it needs to pump quickly, guys. I mean, this thing needs to take off here within the next couple days. Oops. Here, as you can see here, that would show we are getting very close to where this should be popping up. If this don't pop up soon, and we break below here, I think it's going to get real ugly real fast. Now, Solana, if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, I told you to watch for a breakdown of this rising channel, and it has broken down. It hasn't closed the daily yet below, but if it does, guys, it could be in huge trouble. Solana, my target there is about 27 bucks. Not to say it can't go a lot lower if the market's crashed, but if you look, that brings it right down to the old support, old resistance. $27 Solana is definitely in the cards here. Now, that doesn't mean it goes straight down, guys. This could go something like this. You could get some bounces. You could bounce all the way back up to the 170 range, come back down, and then continue down from there. So we'll be keeping a close eye on it. Now, if you get back above this and get support, the bottom of this channel, then we can be bullish again, start to look for the 335. XRP, same thing, guys. Here is XRP's support that needs to hold approximately 222. If it doesn't, your next line of support for XRP is going to be somewhere down in the 166 area. And if that breaks, we're looking for a lot lower XRP. So now, remember this trend line back here we had drawn? We came back and tested that with a wick back in January and got a bounce. Now, if we come back for a retest of that trend line, it's going to be around 2,000, 260-ish, maybe 2,300, depending on where this hits here. But if that breaks, your next target's about 1,500. If that breaks, 690, and then bear market crap after that, like big bear market stuff. So Litecoin, let's look at where I'm looking for Litecoin. So right now, simple trend lines, looking at resistance at about 139, support all the way down to about 90 bucks, 88, 90 bucks, depending on how long it would take to get down here. But if that breaks, your next support's going to be right here about 72, and then you got 55, and after that you got nothing till about 1570. Not saying these lows are gonna happen, guys, but you need to prepare yourself for that possibility. If you're all in on any of this stuff, just start considering some safety numbers to get out. That's all I got to say about that. If you are trading, just make sure you use stops. Guys, you can make a lot of money trading without having to put nearly as much money in. And I'll show you what I mean. So on this trade here, right, I've only used 1,400 bucks in margin, right, to gain 15,000. Now you can't do that with just buying a whole Bitcoin or buying a whole anything that quickly. So just to show you guys how that kind of works. So yeah, be careful out there. Smash that thumbs up, leave your comments. Also, make sure you take that notification bell. It will get you notified when I post new videos, as I am going to start doing lives again. The membership lives, I'll probably start sooner. I'm going to pick certain days of the week to do the members live for members only. So stay tuned. I'll let you guys know what's going on with that. Take it easy, guys. I am